NAB Employment Test 2026 National Australia Bank Career Assessment. All you need to know. Question 1. Which test assesses your ability to identify patterns and logical sequences in abstract shapes? Verbal reasoning, numerical reasoning, logical reasoning, personality test. Logical reasoning, or diagrammatic, uses shapes to test problem solving. Question 2. In a NAB verbal reasoning test, what are the 3 standard options for statements? Yes, no, maybe, true, false, cannot say, agree, disagree, neutral, correct, incorrect, unknown. Candidates must determine if a statement follows logically from the text. Question 3. Numerical reasoning tests for NAB often require which of the following tasks? Solving complex calculus, interpreting data from graphs and tables, memorizing bank interest rates, writing code for financial apps. Numerical tests focus on data interpretation and basic arithmetic, ratios, percentages. Question 4. What is the primary purpose of the situational judgment test (SJT)? To test your math skills, to evaluate how you handle workplace scenarios based on NAB values, to check your typing speed, to assess your knowledge of Australian law. SJTs measure behavioral fit and alignment with the bank's culture. Question 5. The NAB Behavioral Styles Questionnaire is a type of IQ test, personality test, math quiz, language exam. This questionnaire aims to understand your work preferences, motivations, and traits. Question 6. How long do candidates typically have to complete a NAB numerical reasoning section? 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 60 minutes, no time limit. Most cognitive sections are timed, often around 20 minutes for 20 questions. Question 7. Which technique is recommended for answering behavioral interview questions at NAB? SWOT analysis, STAR method, situation, task, action, result, ABC technique, the 5 whys. The STAR method ensures a structured and evidence-based response. Question 8. What is the engagement center in the NAB recruitment process? A place to open a bank account. The final stage involving interactive group activities and interviews. An online portal for uploading resumes. A social event for new hires. The engagement center, or assessment center, is the final hurdle in the hiring process. Question 9. Logical reasoning is also frequently referred to as inductive reasoning, deductive reasoning, quantitative reasoning, verbal comprehension. Logical tests that involve pattern identification are forms of inductive reasoning. Question 10. Are calculators generally permitted for NAB's online numerical reasoning tests? No, never. Yes, they are generally recommended. Only for senior executive roles. Only for the video interview. Calculators are usually permitted to assist with data interpretation tasks. Question 11. What does a diagrammatic reasoning test assess? Spelling and grammar, ability to follow logical processes and identify missing steps, knowledge of banking products, public speaking ability. Diagrammatic tests involve following logical operators through a flow chart or process. Question 12. In a NAB group exercise, what behavior are assessors looking for? Dominating the conversation, teamwork, leadership, and listening skills, being the quietest person, completing the task alone. Collaborative problem solving is the key trait being evaluated in groups. Question 13. What should you research before your NAB interview to show motivation? The bank's history, values, and current products, the CEO's home address, the personal hobbies of the recruiter, the interest rates of competitors only. Showing knowledge of the business demonstrates genuine interest in the role. Question 14. A question asking you to identify the next number in a sequence, example 2, 4, 8, 16, is part of verbal reasoning, numerical reasoning, situational judgment, personality test. Number series are a common component of numerical aptitude testing. Question 15. Why does NAB use a video interview stage? To save on office space. To get a deeper understanding of a candidate's communication and personality. To check if the candidate has a good camera. To see if the candidate can cook. Video interviews allow recruiters to screen for soft skills and fit before the final stage. Question 16. What is cash flow in a banking context? The speed at which an ATM dispenses money. The total amount of money being transferred in and out of a business. The physical weight of coins in a vault. The bank's current stock price. Cash flow is a fundamental financial metric for assessing business health. Question 17. If a verbal reasoning passage says, all employees must wear a tie and the statement is some employees don't wear a tie, the answer is true, false, cannot say, not applicable. The statement directly contradicts the passage, making it false. Question 18. How many questions are typically in the NAB personality assessment? 10, just over 100, 500, there is no limit. Personality questionnaires are often lengthy to ensure a consistent profile is captured. Question 19. What is one of NAB's core values? Profits above all. Excellence for customers. Working alone. Avoiding change. Customer excellence and accountability are central to NAB's corporate values. Question 20. Which test helps NAB understand your ability to process unfamiliar information? Verbal reasoning, numerical reasoning, logical reasoning, all of the above. All cognitive tests measure the ability to process and apply new information under pressure.